Hey y'all, welcome to Let's Talk That Talk with Cola.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. Today's topic is, do you want to be my friend? And as you see, we got a little 90s theme going on because I feel like in the 90s, that's where the real friendships used to be. That's when you seen the people doing the test of time and all that. Before we get started, it's a little disclaimer. Don't let the shoe fit if it don't fit. Okay. If the shoe don't fit on your foot, don't squeeze it on there. Now if it fit, you know, you might need to check a new size. I don't know. But here we go. You want to start, sis?
And so tonight we're going to talk about wanting a friend but don't know how to be a friend. Okay, that's our topic for tonight. I want you guys to welcome Mika again. You know, she's a regular here, and I want you guys to also welcome Shanta, our other sister. And they're going to be sharing some of their stories as well. So, who want to start first? 24 or
I can start with a good question.
okay, go ahead.
Okay. What is your expectation of a good friend?
You know my question.
Who you talk to? Either one of us?
Either one.
Well, I have different expectations for different friends. So like I have different friends for different things, and I am that friend to them in that same capacity. I am a firm believer in you can't get you can't expect to have you kind of can get everything in one best friend and one friend. And we just talking about friends. We ain't talking about best friends. But I have multiple friends for multiple things. You know, you got your turn up friends, you got your prayer friends, you have your family friends that know more about family. You got friends with kids that you could probably call and talk to about. So I expect I don't expect what I give in a friendship because I know me and I'm always going to be the most giver or whatever. And I'm okay with that. I accept the person that I am, but I do expect some of what I give. But that's why I got so many different friends for different things. So that's my take on it.
Okay.
Now,
What about
I would like my friends to pour into me the same way I pour into them, but it always doesn't work out that way. I've seen that time and time again. So I've learned over the years to put people where they show me they want to be. And I can only give you what you give me.
okay?
Okay. All right. Now, my expectation of a friend, I feel like it's the same thing. I want you to give me what I give you. Um, and if you can't, just don't waste my time. Because once I put you in my friend zone or my heart zone, there is no limit to how far I go for the person that I'm rocking with. But I feel like you have to be able to rock it back.
Yeah. And I'm gonna be honest. I used to be that friend that would have put in what I put in, but now I'm like, because I've been burnt so many times. You gotta put in first, and then I'm gonna see what I'm gonna put. And then if it goes right, then we put it into each other. But I expect a person to do or treat me as pretty much how I treat them and do for them.
And see, that's the difference with me. Like, I know that I have certain friends that may not be able to pour into me as much as I pour into them, but that's why they're in their own category of a certain type of friendship. So I'm just a little different on that. I have friends that I expect, like my best friend, I expect certain things from her that I don't expect from someone that I just might call my friend. You know.
Okay.
So
I
I mean,
heard you.
it's just,
I
oh,
heard
okay.
you.
I just want to
I
make
heard
sure.
you.
It's just different things that I expect from different people.
Okay.
But it's a whole lot. It's a lot of people that don't know how to be a friend
They
at
don't.
all. It's a lot of people that just take, and don't ever give. It's a lot of people that don't accept the type of friend that you are either.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Friend, you can't tell they're wrong. Then they're mad at you for telling them they're wrong. But I'm not your friend if I can't tell you you're wrong.
And those people like yes friends. I'm not a yes friend.
Yeah.
Right.
So I'm sure that it's people in my well, maybe not anymore, but I'm sure there's people in my past that wanted me to be the yes friend. And since I wasn't, to them, I wasn't a friend. So it's really all in how you view what a friendship should be. That's what
Okay.
I got a story for you.
Go ahead. I'm waiting for the story. I was just so the people know, we had a little error on our Facebook page or whatever. StreamYard won't let us add it to our Facebook page, so that is what I'm trying to work out over here. So if you see me pausing, that's what it is. But I'm figuring it out. So go ahead and tell your story.
Well, so I had a friend in the past, and I personally felt like we were there for each other for the most part. You know, I have certain people that I talk to every single day, and I have some people that even if I don't talk to you for a month, we still pick up from where we left off at. Like there's no change in that.
Mm-hmm.
Or there's no distance in our relationship just because I ain't talked to you in a month or whatever. Because life be lifing. And we grown as well. And then this particular person wanted me to be exactly the type of friend that they wanted me to be. And despite how many times I explained to them that I'm not, like they wanted me to be the, oh, you sprain your foot, I'm about to run over to your house and take care of you and your kids and do all of that. And I'm not that friend.
Yeah.
But if when their marriage fell apart and they were feeling really bad about themselves, and they called me one day and they just didn't sound right on the phone, and my spirit told me that they might not make it through the night. I packed my stuff up, went over to their house and spent the night to make sure that they was good. You know what I'm saying? Spend some time with them. Then there was another occasion where the passing of their mom, and they couldn't really like taking their mom physical ashes to the funeral or to church or whatever was like they couldn't do it. So I did it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I literally buckled her in the seatbelt with the urn and took her to the church, set up the whole little thing and everything. Then there was another situation where the brother came up missing. And no matter what I'm doing, no matter what I'm going through, when things like that happen and I feel like as a friend, that's when you need me.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need me for a sprained ankle.
Mm-mm.
You know what I'm saying? So I went out my way. I actually, the day that the brother came up was missing, had been missing for a minute, was the same day that my nephew had passed away. It wasn't the same year. It was like the year anniversary, I want to say, of my nephew passing away. And they wanted me to call the morgue and call the hospitals and things like that. So for me, what happened to you being my friend and understanding that this is a tough day for me?
Yeah.
And I said that, like, I just can't call it. I can't call them more. I can't call them more and they tell me that my brother is in there. I can't do that. I can't do that. And I'm like, I get it. Today is also the day that my nephew passed away. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm already dealing with my own thing. But the friend that I am, I called anyway. Thank God he wasn't at work. He's fine. But I called. So we got into an argument because the foot got sprung. And I didn't show up and do this and do that and all this other stuff. And I said, you ain't never there. She said, you ain't never there for me when I need you to be there for me. Well, that ain't true. So here we are with the receipts. I was there when your mom passed away. I was there when your marriage fell apart. I was there every time he acted a fool. I was there when I thought that you might not make it through the night, you or your kids. I was there when your brother was messed up, no matter what I was going through. But when my mom passed away, you ain't show up. You ain't come over to my house when my nephew passed away. You ain't come over to my house the day of the funeral. You helped me out. But that was also because I had to bury my nephew, send my son to graduation, and send my son to prom on the same day. So, yeah, you showed up for that. But then you threw it in my fucking face the whole time.
Yeah, because what was the point?
She should have been cut off when she didn't show up the first time.
Right. But see, me being and that's true, and that's probably part of my problem because I be trying to see the good in people and trying to hang on to the good parts, you know.
And you
But we're
do.
not friends. We're not friends today. I don't hate her at all. You know, I wish her the best. I hope her life is great. But this is the type of stuff that I was dealing with.
Okay,
You
Keisha
know what
has
I'm
a.
saying? And it's like you supposed.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Ren, go ahead.
Oh, okay.
And she-
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it's like you want me to be the friend that you want me to be, and I'm not that friend. And I explained it. We even went back and forth, and because we ain't talking about no 5-year friendship. We talking about a 20-year friendship, and we went back and forth about how I'm there for you in the capacity that I can be there for you. And she like, even when I had COVID, I'm like, when you had COVID, I was going through a period of my life, but I was ready to drive off a bridge. But I was supposed to put my depression to the side and check on you for COVID.
Well,
Like,
that's
so
the thing.
it just wasn't level at all. And it was one of those situations where I got to a point where I don't care what you say. It's fine. We don't have to be friends. You know what I'm saying? We don't have to be sisters. I want you to live your life the way you live your life. I wish you nothing but the best. And girl, she was so mad. She told me that I keep on talking about I pray to God and this and that, and I'm a bust a hole in hell and all kind of stuff. And it was real bad but you know what? It didn't even bother me at that point. Because at that point I gave all I can give.
Yeah.
I gave her everything I could. But
Yeah.
that was one incident of a friendship that, and then said friend, fast forward.
Hold on. Let's answer the question first.
Oh.
We got a lot of questions.
Oh.
Okay. We got a question for Keisha. How do you set boundaries in a friendship?
For me, now I know I'm able to identify when somebody is draining me. So I don't have to be rude to nobody to tell them that, you know, this just ain't working for me. It's just, you just kind of gotta, you know, I'll tell you though, like, this is you're kind of draining, and I should be able to tell you that. But that goes back to what you said, Coco. Some people don't want to know the truth. They don't want to know that they're a draining friend. And you want the friends that ain't got shit to do.
Yep.
And all they can do is call you all damn day, and whatever you going through or whatever you talking about, you want them to listen to you or talk to you about whatever they want to talk to you about whenever they get ready to talk to you about. But your shit ain't important. That's fine. You will find me fading the black in your life, and shit, it is what it is.
Yeah. And I have to learn to set boundaries in friendship too. I'm the type, I don't set no boundaries because I feel like you should know how to be a friend because you want a friend, but everybody's not like that. So the moment I see some mess, I'll be out of there. I'll be like, all right, that's my time. Because you ain't finna keep burning me.
And I know that for sure.
What you think, 24? How you should
What's your answer?
I mean, early on, I did not know how to set healthy boundaries with my friendships, right?
Mhm.
So over time, I'm the type of friend sometimes where I'll be there and then you may have that distance where we may not talk. Like Mika said, we don't talk every day or every other day or whatnot. But then when you need me, I'm Johnny on the spot. I'm right there and I show up and show out. But that's just the person that I am. However, as I've gotten older, I've learned that I need to set boundaries to protect myself. Sometimes because I have in the past let people take advantage of me and it's not befitting to me as a person. So I just have to sometimes, it's easier for me to just say, hey, this isn't working and we can revisit this friendship or revisit this, you know, but I felt this way because of this, and then let them mull that over. And if they figure it out, great. If not, then no harm, no foul.
What about you, sis? You set boundaries?
For me, I feel like I'm learning to set boundaries now. I'm not one that I'm one of those people that I don't get over. I can forgive you faster than I let you back in my life. Like I could forgive you, and 2 hours, right? But to say that I'm be able to, I'm learning to do the healthy boundaries now, so I don't have to just cut people off, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not something that I've ever had, because if, I mean, like, I've been in a fight where, now granted, I wanted to fight this person, but we probably would have never fought if it wasn't for my friend being the victim of me and the girl's issue. And it didn't even matter to me that my kids was there. It didn't matter that their kids was there. What mattered to me was my friend hurt, and she can't take up for herself because she has a career, right? I mean, she's like a professor and every daggone thing. So she can't jeopardize nothing. And at that time, I had no career, nor was I even knowing what I wanted to do. Guess who was gonna take the charge if I had to? It was gonna be me. So I didn't have those boundaries. If I rock with you, I was rocking with you, and there was no limits to how far I'm gonna rock with you, because I feel like you're gonna give it back.
Or should.
Or should.
Okay. Keisha has another question. When those friends don't respect your boundaries, do you cut them off? Or do you deal with it differently? I think y'all know my answer.
We know your answer. We definitely know.
I would say it really depends on the friend, the longevity of our friendship that we've had. And if it was like a first time, mishap or situation, I'm more forgiving than most. But there have been friends that I've had to just realize that we grew apart, and I was better off without them. And we had what we had for the time that we had, and it was just time for us to go our separate ways.
For me,
I do just cut people off. So I'm not gonna say that, but I do it because I don't want no record. I'm be honest, like
you don't want no what now?
A record. I got a record, and I just walk away, cut you off, because I ain't got time to get in no trouble.
Yeah. For me, I have gotten to a point where I kind of I pray them away. So I've gotten to a point where I'll pray and I'll ask God, like, if anybody in my life that shouldn't be here, remove them. And then when I feel like they do something that I probably normally would have swept under the rug, I take that as, okay, this must be the time to kind of cut them off. And I just distance myself, or I don't call as much or whatever. But if you ask me why I'm acting like that, I'm going to tell you. So, whatever, I guess.
Yeah. And I kind of agree with Eurydice. You really have to teach people how to treat you, because once you let something slide, and you slide and keep, it's gonna get worse.
Yeah, it's like alarm behavior.
Yeah, it is. But I'm one of those people. I'm like, I'll be in the middle. I think it depends on how much you mean to me. If I'm going,
you play devil's advocate,
as we say, double. Right. If I'm a double bag, like, if certain people, like I could say, if any one of y'all on here hurt my feelings, we could have a conversation and probably be able to be like, all right, sis, I apologize, whatever the case may be, and we could move on about life and nothing would change. But I feel like and it's not because, like, not one of y'all have I had to go above and beyond as a friend. But I feel like if I have to go above and beyond as your friend and you can't get that back,
that's too much.
I don't know how to give you the double back. I don't know how to give you the double back. Like, I don't know how to, like I said, I can forgive you way quicker than I can say, you want to come to my house and eat dinner. I probably won't give an invite. Like, I ain't even gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. So I feel like what Chris said, that you got to teach people how to teach people how to treat you. I 100% believe that, but I feel like it's people that you could teach them how you treat them because you're teaching them by the things that you do, whether it's answering your phone 4 o'clock in the morning, whether it's jumping on planes, whether it's driving cross country, right? I feel like if you're teaching them that and they still don't do it, it'd be hard for me to. I don't know how to.
I don't know. I got to a point where we done matured to a point where I know who's going to jump on the plane for me, and I know who's not. And the people who I know is not, I don't expect that from them. I expect you to do whatever it is you could do in your capacity, and I'm not mad about that. But you in that category, you know what I'm saying? I know that if I need something, y'all on your way. But I also know that I have other people that don't mean I don't like them, and that don't mean that they're not my friends. But shit, to be honest, they probably don't even know what's going on in my life. You know what I'm saying? To even be able to jump on the plane. As far as they know, it's all cranberries and cream, you know. But that sounds nasty.
It did.
Strawberry.
Strawberry and cream is not. Don't sound nothing sweet.
That meshed all together.
That was terrible. But again, it's the category of friends. There's things that I'll tell, or there's things that people know about me and know about my life and know about my struggle, or know about my journey, let's call it that. And there are some people who has been my friends for years and don't have a clue. But that's where you put yourself at. So I guess that is my healthy boundaries. I guess I know where you stand in my life, and I'm okay with that. You don't know Jesus. So we can't get on the phone and pray because I don't know about you and his relationship, but you cool. You know? So.
Now, wait a minute. Before I say that, we're going to answer a Keisha question. How do you offer constructive feedback without causing harm and ruining a friendship?
Okay. I'm healing y'all. I promise. This is an area, and let me tell you why. And my wife is on here, so she can 100% vouch for me. It was a point in my life that my friends came before anything outside of my kids. I mean, anything. Because for me, I felt like everybody else in the world, if you leave, my friends gonna be there. They're not gonna go nowhere. And it took me to go through thinking that friends was gonna show up, that I would stop, drop, and roll because somebody that passed away, and it's my at that time my girl birthday, and we packing up because I need to go check on my friend because this person has passed. And then when it came back around, I got the support, but not to the extent that I was in. So when it comes to being able to be constructive and not ruin a friendship, my mouth hasn't got there yet.
Look at you, that's girl.
My mouth, not even my wife, because as my wife, don't nobody come before you, ma'am. But as my girl, I was guilty. But as my woman, because you ain't never been a girl. But I don't. If you did something that, but I'm trying to make sure, I promised a friend I'll be good. So if you hurt me to a place that I didn't think you would ever hurt me, when I tell you, you gon' if I cry, baby, don't even worry about trying to mend it right now. Because if I shed a tear, that means I put you in this place that I could cry and I could be soft and I could be vulnerable. And the moment I feel like I can't, and I have to say it out my mouth, it ain't gonna be constructive. It's gonna come out with the pain. It's gonna come out with the cry. And on the inside, I have probably already removed you from that spot and put you in the friend unsafe zone. That makes sense?
Yep.
Okay. So I haven't conquered being able to constructively do it and not damage the friendship. Because I'm in counseling, but I haven't got that part. Like I haven't. I don't cry for I don't cry in front of anybody. So if I show you that side and you don't appreciate it, or you take that shit as a joke, or I don't have no. I don't know. I don't have no constructive way to
But
give
do
it.
you let it build and then you blow, or does
Probably
it
so,
have to be an incident
I give
that
I
makes
give
you?
everybody all this. I give you the rope to hang yourself, and I have said that since I probably was like 17 years old. Baby, I will give you the rope. I will tie it for you and put a bow on it, and it has a message: danger, beware. So I'll give you all of that. Because I tell you straight up who I am as a friend. I'm gonna tell you what's hard for me to support you in, but I'm working on it. I'm gonna tell you what my shortcomings is because I don't want you to be like, well, she didn't call me on Monday. I'm not expecting you to call me on Monday unless we already talk every day. Then yeah, but if we miss a day, I also know we lifing because we parents and we whatever. So yeah, it's probably built up because I probably gave you probably like 5 times now because I'm older. So I probably gave you 5 times to show me that you got my back the way I would have your back. So by time and I mean that's anything. That's any relationship. I literally just started to really um be able to, even if I have an issue with my wife, to be able to say what it is, not still to take a minute to make sure it's not coming out right because she means the world to me. So I don't want to damage her. But if you my friend, you damage me, baby, I don't give a fuck about damaging you. I don't. I'm sorry. I don't. I have the gasoline to burn bridges because if I burn it, that's because I don't need you.
Right.
Or want you. And I don't have no problem walking across that goddamn water. Drowning and all. Because I can't swim.
Okay, you know
Okay.
what?
Burn it down. But with me, that's my problem. I'm very blunt. So I'm gonna say how I feel. I'm gonna say what I want. And if it come off wrong, that means you don't really know me because I don't mean it like that. I'm just a blunt person. And I'm gonna be like, if you fucked up, and I ain't gonna tell you in front of nobody, but I am gonna let you know, after the incident, like you messed up.
Do you tell them right away?
Yeah. I can't it be boiling me, it be bothering me. I'd be like, I gotta say something.
I'll sit on it.
You will sit on it.
I'll sit
She
on it.
will.
Mm-hmm.
I will. I think I'll bring it up. Like if you know me, I'm a subtle person to a degree. So I'll bring it up. It might be a little indirect, but I'll bring it up. But I will help. I will say things to help you not fuck the friendship up, if that makes sense. Like I had a situation with my birthday. That was bad. I was pissed. Okay. I'm talking about 45 hot, okay? Because I had done so much for you. And then I asked because I know what type of person that they were. So I asked, are you sure you have this? Are you sure you need help with it? Do you need help with this? Are you sure you have that? And then I said, I don't have do you. I don't have do me. So don't have do my shit. Or just don't do it at all. And I'm okay with that because I don't want you to have do it. And what they do, they quarter did it. It wasn't even half. And I lost it. Do you hear me? I even tried to go have a conversation. I even still talk to them after I blew up about that. And then they played me again. But when they played me that last time, I can walk past on fire and I wouldn't spit on you. So it is what it is.
And that's why I'm your best friend.
And that's why you're my best friend.
Because she won't pee on you or spit on you.
And we're gonna make sure your birthday is a birthday, baby.
Oh yeah, because I had
whether we together on it or after it, it's gonna be a celebration. Okay.
I did. I wanted to go back to what Eurydice was saying because I really believe this word is just used just to be used. Like people just use friends so loosely, you know.
They do.
Wrong. I have friends I don't call anybody my best friend anymore. Because, you know, I have had good best friends. I had 2 good best friends, but they both have passed away. So I'm just too scared to call anybody my best friend anymore. But I, you know, have friends, but I just don't call anybody my friend because I have had some of the best friends. I don't feel like it can be taught. So,
I feel that. I had best friends.
I can feel that because I feel like it's almost like being a sister. You can't teach somebody to be a sister. You either you are or you not.
right.
And that doesn't mean that I have to call you every day. That don't mean I gotta check on you every day. Because if you don't check on me, don't expect me to just come out the blue and check on you if you have never checked on me. That just ain't gonna happen because it's a two-way street. The same way you want to be checked on, I want to be checked on too. Well, I don't, but it's nice, right? And I'm being honest, I don't require that. I don't require you to check on me because the people that I talk to constantly have got that covered. So I don't require that. But at the same time, it's the same thing with a friendship. I don't feel like you can teach that. You either are or you ain't.
Right.
You either got it or you don't. And it's sad that everybody don't have it. But I mean, it goes to everything. It's just like you either faithful or you not. It ain't no teaching that. It's either in you or it is not. One or the other. Yeah. And you can start off and it can change. So it was in you and you got it out. Whatever. But I don't feel like you can't teach it.
Right.
I feel like Yuri's question was for Joy, but we're gonna let them have that.
What she said? She probably went at her. What
Joy
she
said that she let someone else determine how they want to be a friend. And Yuri said
okay.
how.
Oh yeah, she gonna have to write that one.
Yeah, they gotta.
No, you cannot say it because you ain't on my show.
They have to hash that out. But what you're talking about is exactly what I started off by saying, Loom. You put friends. You have category friends.
Mm-hmm.
You just I think we all have category friends that we categorize in certain
mm-hmm.
situations, and you might not even think about it like that. But I will say that I have learned that 20 years don't make a friend.
It don't.
And 20 years mean I've known you for 20 years.
Yep.
But where we was at 20 years ago and where I'm at now, I ain't the same person I was. And you have people that's always around here. I've been the same person for 20 years. That's a problem.
It is.
That's a problem if you ain't got no growth. If you
can't be
the same person that you was when we was 20, at 40, then baby, we can't rock anyway.
We can't be friends.
I'd have moved on.
Mm-mm.
But yeah.
And let me tell you what made me realize that, honestly, and we ain't gonna tear up because that's not what we're gonna do. We, as Joy said, we dolled up thugs and sensitive puppies. But
what?
She said that in the comments. She said we was dolled up thugs and sensitive puppies. But what made me realize that, and it's so crazy because I have so many very, very important friends to me. Like they on the top of my list. I would give them anything that they need, want, ask for, whatever. But what made me realize that the years had nothing to do with it, honestly, is me and you becoming best friends. Dead ass. And I call plenty of people my best friend. I still got people today I don't even get to talk to, and we haven't talked since 2019. And I still called them my best friend because I gave them that title, right? And I always felt like the years is what made them my best friend because we had all this time in and we went through the muck and mire. But what really made me realize it was when you got that best friend that's just like, they just know, right? They just know. Y'all can sit and laugh about absolutely nothing. I don't know. It's a different type of friendship. Like it's different. It makes you be like, we could be friends for 30 years and you probably only know my favorite color.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no. But I can ask my best friend something about me and I guarantee you she gonna know it, and if she don't, she gonna think about it. She gotta have an answer before we done. Cause we pay attention. Versus when we growing up, we ain't paying attention what your favorite color is, what your favorite flower is, this. Like I remember the first time you told me what your favorite color was, and I said, okay, no, because it's white.
White.
Would have never thought that it would be white. Okay.
A lot of people don't think that my favorite color is
at all. But I remember you telling me that I want to say it was 2 years ago. It was for your birthday because we was talking about I think wardrobe or something, and you said that, and it literally was a mental note, and I was like, yeah, because it mattered. It never mattered to hold on to what my best friend color was. Now, did I know? Yes, but it wasn't something that's like, let me hold that. It was just something like we're around each other 30 years, so of course not. I know.
Yeah, I feel you on that because it's like if somebody else is doing something for you, the first person they're gonna call is me because I'm the best friend.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't be on the phone like, oh shit, I don't know. She eat all of that. She don't like that. I need to be able to tell somebody they don't like that on there. Don't put that up. Don't put that on their sandwich. She don't like that on their sandwich. But I pay attention to detail. I'm a detail person because I'm a detail person in my own right. So it's automatic for me to pay attention to detail everybody. I watch everybody. I know how people move. Like I know that Coco is definitely gonna tell you how she feel about you.
Blunt.
She's gonna say it with love, and then after she get it all out, she might be like, "All right, I'm gonna be nice," but she got to get it out first. I know that Shanta down here, she's gonna do until I be like, "Don't get at fucking nothing else." And then you be like, "Okay, I'm not gonna," because she don't want to see nobody down. I know that somebody asked my best friend for something, she gonna be like, I ain't giving up this shit. And I gotta be like, best friend.
I did great today.
We're doing this for Jesus. We ain't doing this for them. We're doing this for you to get, because Joy wants you to get in. So I be trying to make sure that we keep it on the same path. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, again, I am a friend. I'm a true friend. If I call you my friend or I call you my sister, that's who you are. And if I be like, hey, that's it. You just hey.
Yeah.
Joy.
Not that's why she invoiced Coco, because she mean.
That's not what I said. I said she tell us how she feel. And then we be like, Coco, be nice. And then she go back and be nice. Don't do that. You're not, don't come for my sister like that. I'm like,
all right, I got 3 start questions because I didn't want to get lost. So Keisha said, what's the purpose of sitting on it 24?
Sometimes because I allow people to hang themselves. I have a huge heart and I don't like to hurt people. So sometimes I will allow them to do the damage themselves so I don't have to do it.
You sound like a Cancer, but go ahead.
But that's why she's 24, huh?
Hello.
My wife is big on that. She always tell me, let them remove themselves. You don't have to go and remove them. Baby, I be like, they can't come back. They can't come over. They
now,
can't
there
come
are
back.
some people that come
back.
back. And I have a friend that we've been friends for years. And my mom is like, oh, she was a good friend. Y'all were friends for so long. And the way you handled the situation, the way you handled me, I don't have nothing for you.
Yeah.
And y'all know that it take a lot for me to say I don't have nothing for somebody.
Don't we know? All right, so the other one wasn't really a question. It says maybe people need to define the word friend. Anybody want to define it? Want to give a definition? What their definition of a friend is?
Oh, their definition.
Yeah, your own personal definition. All right, I go. So I feel like a friend for me is almost like it's that soulmate that's not a mate. Yeah. But it's that person that was made to be your friend, whether it's 1, 2, or 3, or however. But it's almost like they were just created for whatever. Like one might be created to push you, and one might be created to get you off the ledge. The other one might be created to tell you, now sis, here it is. So I feel like people just be they're created for those certain places. That's my definition. The person that's my soulmate, but not in a lover way. And y'all all gotta give a definition.
I agree with that though.
That's I kind of
that's
kind of a good deal. You kind of hit the nail on the head.
You're gonna laugh at the same jokes. Everything is gonna be like y'all gonna like the same stuff.
Yeah,
it's like a connection. Like you can have that connection. It's deeper than just surface. I don't know. It's hard to explain without, like you said, it's like having that your person, but not your mate.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not no way to, there ain't no other way to put it. If I call
So
you
for
my
me-
friend, like I care about your feelings and all of that.
Right.
Right.
So for me, it's like a relationship, but it's different. But they would then be able to be around my family, my son. There are people that I put in the category of like an associate, or somebody from this area or that area that would never be open to meet my family or my son or my nephews, things like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we got one more start.
Okay.
And then, because I think that might be what's locking up what you just asked. How would you handle and what would be your response to a friend who has betrayed you?
Ooh. Betrayal
They
comes
gotta
in
go.
so many different forms.
Off with their head. I had it happen, and I felt like I felt as though my then best friend was around up into leading up through my marriage, my previous marriage. And I literally felt as though when I went through my divorce, like she went along with the divorce. And I didn't speak to her afterwards. She didn't check on me to see how I was holding up or anything. She just faded to black.
Was that betrayal though?
Yeah, because you're still friends with them. So it is.
Well,
You sure your side? Okay, never mind. We talk about it offline.
because I'm like, say for instance, you get into this marriage, and of course, you're forcing them to like your spouse, but then you want to force them to cut them off. It kind of don't work.
I didn't say she had to cut them and the people that she met through her off. I didn't say that. But you still didn't say, hey, Shanta, how are you? Oh my gosh, are you laying on the floor or are you standing upright? Nothing.
Yeah.
And then said she needed time. What you need time for?
Oh, you'll be their friend.
I'm out.
Well, betrayal, I don't know how to come back from that because I give so much. And it's once you hurt my feelings, because it takes a lot. Like I'm real calm, cool, and collective, like literally until I'm not. And once I get to that point, you don't exist. Like you don't have the privilege to be in my life. So how I handle friends that betray me, I probably tell them about themselves. What is that?
Joy talking about, hey Shanta, how are you? Are you laying on the floor?
I'm fine, and I
God.
wasn't. Thank you.
But I've had a friend betray me, and I express myself, and that's that. Like I feel like I'm a blessing when I enter in your life, and I feel that wholeheartedly. So once I'm in your life and I'm blessing your life and everything, I feel like you are a blessing in mine because you're around for a reason. But when you betray me, you don't exist. I can literally walk past you like you're not there.
Yeah.
And that's how and I feel just like that. Like, so when I say, oh, I cut somebody off, I'm not talking to them no more, like I mean that. Some people say it and then they'll see him and be like, oh, there goes so and so. I don't see them. It's what I'm saying. It is an empty space right there. So how I treat people that betray me, you don't exist. You no longer take up space in my mind at all.
Coco? I'm sure we know.
Coco probably beat the people up.
I want to hear it.
I have, been betrayed before, but it's crazy because I actually forgave her. Because I didn't give a fuck. Yeah, I didn't care about the situation, and I was just like, it was just the principle of some things that had happened. Lachey know about that. But I forgave her and I moved on because I was like, I ain't want them no way. Like it is what it is. I can't go too deep into that.
But all right, so let me ask you. I'll give my answer after this because it sounds like, my sweet Coco, that because you no longer had an investment in what the betrayal was or who it was, that is why it was a. But what if they?
And she was a good friend before all of that.
Okay.
But what if before that?
But what if it's a situation that still bothers you, that is still important to you, and the person betrayed you? How are you gonna handle that? Because the one you gave it, you ain't care no more. You was over it. It ain't matter. They ain't matter.
I pretty much cut it off. I'm gonna cut it off because I don't have time for the one-sided friendship. I feel like if you don't want me to do it to you, don't do it to me. And I'm gonna be honest. Today I realized I'm not. I thought I was the best of all friends.
I told you wasn't.
Well, Lachey said something today.
What got me?
If your friend comes to you and asks you to borrow $2,000 and they got to pay you back, well, she ain't saying an amount, but it's just an example. $2,000 and they don't pay you back, you're supposed to give it to your friend. I'm like, hold the fuck on, because I'm not that type of friend yet. If I give you $2,000 back, so maybe I'm not a good friend.
That is not how I said it, Coco.
I'm not loaning nothing to nobody and expecting it back. If I gotta have it back, then I'm not giving it to you.
That's what I told. That's what I told her.
Is that what you said?
That's what I told her.
I don't give away no money. Y'all know that. I feel like I work too hard. I do 95,000 things. I ain't giving away no money. Time's too hard. Groceries is high.
When I give money away, I don't expect it back. And if I get it back, that's great. But that's my percentage into the world. And I'll get my blessings in another way.
If it's $25, $100, okay. But when it get on up there, I want my money back.
And I was telling our good friend today that you only give what you're able to give. So I'm not giving you nothing if I don't have it. That means I have to double it, right? I have to double have it. So I'm not gonna give you nothing if it's gonna hurt me or I have to have it back. And the only reason is because I don't want to ruin a friendship, because money will do that. Because if you tell me you're gonna pay me back, then I want my money back. No, I can't stand Joy. I swear to God. And with the betrayal question, I think I answered it earlier. I don't do well with betrayal.
These people in this chat.
What happened? What you see?
Girl. Devo said because we're in charge of the girl, she got to be calm. And now they on her calling me cinnamon.
I can't.
Well, she's not on the floor.
Where happened to where's Shanta go?
I think she just got her she just took her camera off.
No,
but I don't see her on
it. Okay. Thanks, Val.
No, she must have turned the camera off. All right, so well, send her back, Val. So yeah, that's how I would do. I don't do well with betrayal. But Joy said something, and when she says this all the time, that your circle, whoever, is a reflection of you. It's just like your kids can be a reflection of you to a certain extent, because you could do everything you need to, and they still go wherever they want to go. Don't do it again. And but I remember she said it recently, and when I tell you, I had to sit and be like, "That's who I am." That ain't who I am. So I be feeling like sometimes people sneak in that's not a reflection of me.
I feel
now I'm not.
What they say, you are the company, birds of a feather. That was the old school.
I feel like we ain't had the same feather. I feel like, but I do feel like it do make sense because it was something that caused us to be able to attach as friends one way or another, right? Mm-hmm. But I feel like after a while, when that reflection don't match, that mirror ain't matching, I feel like that's when stuff starts to come full circle, and then you transition them to a different circle or place or realm or hell, wherever you want to go. And yeah, but it made me sit in it because I literally had to sit and like, so am I that friend? Like, am I that friend to someone else? Now I've had moments that I have been that kind of friend, because if it's certain stuff I feel like I can't deal with, I will quickly think about I can't deal with it and not think of the fact that you can't deal with it either. And I had to be checked twice this week for that. Because I put my emotions in it and what it's gonna do to me before, if it's something like serious, before I think about that person and what it's doing to them. If that makes sense. Like, I don't want to have bad dreams, so I ain't going to the circus. But if that person really want to go to the circus and don't have nobody and just need some company, and I'm gonna be like, well, I'm scared of clowns, but I'm going with you. So do I really have to be afraid of the clowns? Because we're gonna do it together. So I think I can be that. I can be not a great friend all the time, but for the most part, I'm goddamn dope.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I do believe that your circle. I believe that I got a good circle right now. I now know that I got a good circle. What the bad circle was, and it wasn't bad then because that's where I was at in that space in life. But I can't have that same circle today because where I'm at and where I'm going, they can't go.
They can't go.
And I'm okay with that because everybody can't go. So that the older you get, the more you understand the reason, season, or a lifetime type of thing. So, yeah.
What y'all think about that? What Joy said, because everybody didn't give their comment.
What was the question?
She said you are pretty much the company you keep. You are a reflection of your circle.
I don't think that's true because I don't hung with some bullshit before, and I just laughed through the bullshit. You know, it was something to laugh at. You know, it was something to do. And I have been friends with somebody who we was friends for a long time. We are totally opposite. Like the stuff they do, I wouldn't do, and I'd be like, "What the heck? Like, what's going on?" So I don't think that's true. It's just something to laugh at, and it's just something to do.
But do you be with them doing it?
No, I don't. I just hear the
story. So again, don't nobody know that's your friend, but you.
Right.
And them.
It's a secret.
You know what I'm saying? So you ain't hanging out with these people that's tip drilling. You know what I'm saying? Like you know that's your friend, and you might call and be like, "Yeah, you probably shouldn't have slid down that pole like that." You know, because I'm your friend, so I'm gonna tell you. But that was you only know that you their friend,
right?
Yeah, but I don't slide down no poles and stuff with them,
baby, because you got a brain, honey. Okay.
Okay.
No. But I don't think birds of a feather flock together. You know, we all have different feathers, different species of birds.
Mm-hmm. It is a lot of different species. Pigeons, yeah. Mm-hmm. Roosters, it's a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Joy had her hand raised, but she ain't put her question in hand. She ain't about to talk in his background.
Well, I was just gonna say I'm definitely
appreciative of the
circle of friends that I have now, because the friends that I had then and the friends that I have now are completely different, which shows that I've grown as a person and I love them dearly.
Now, let's say I have a question. So, being your friend, what are some things that friend should know, no matter what? Lachey gonna do this, or 24 is gonna do this, or Ren gonna always do this. What are some of those things?
For me, Ren is always gonna tell you the truth, and it's and I can say it. I say things other people can't say. So I'm the person that you're always gonna get both sides with me. I'm not biased just because you're my friend. Mm-hmm. Like I might be biased in front of other people because I ain't finna put my friend out there like that. Just like I ain't gonna put my relationship out there like that. But I I'll give you both sides. You're always going to get the truth from me. So if you're not ready to, right, and Renus don't feed you. But
It
if
is with love.
you're not ready to hear what you did wrong and you're my friend, then you probably don't want to call me. You might want to talk to one of your yes friends in the yes friend category, because I'm gonna tell you that you're wrong. I'm gonna listen to you, and I'm gonna tell you, and I'm always gonna play, as Loom always say, let me play devil's advocate.
That's my word, baby.
I'm gonna give you both sides. I'm always gonna make sure that you consider what the other person might be feeling like if you did something to somebody else. So dealing with Ren, you're gonna eat, and you're gonna get the truth. And you're gonna get a hug. I give great hugs.
You do, and you can literally tell somebody that they are complete-ish, and it come out with so much sugar.
It do.
And I ain't talking about ish like dope. I'm talking about like just crap, and it comes out with so much love and sugar. I swear to God. If we got a problem, we call Ren. She'll tell you. Okay, you need somebody to know something, call Ren. She'll be able to tell them in a great way. All right, I need to know. I told Deb, girl, both these mates is acting out. Okay. All right. So Joy, I want to know what Joy was, what she was saying, and she said it's too much to type, but she's sitting right here in front of me. So can you say it so we can answer it?
About what?
Baby, you the one talking about Jesus.
I don't think y'all love him enough.
Can you just give us the?
Jesus.
Come on.
What about the Job thing?
Yes.
You want me to just yell it out?
Yeah, you can come closer and then go on back over in your studio.
She wants to be on flight.
She literally was sitting right in front of me.
I made her flyers.
We're gonna send her an invoice.
Well, and she got her headphones on.
No, so I know y'all don't love Jesus enough, but I'm gonna give you a little bit of Jesus. So no, so the scripture that I put in there, it said, and the Lord turned the captivity of Job, prayed for his friends. There's a certain level of commitment that is into a friendship that a lot of people don't consider. So that's why they are not true friends. So even though in that scripture it's just pointing out the level of prayer, because those friends that came to support him was when Job was just in a bad space. So they thought, my truck didn't really, and so they thought that their presence was enough to support Job when he lost his family, lost his children, lost everything he had. But the Lord turned his captivity when he forgave and prayed for them because of their lack of understanding. So then that's what I was telling y'all earlier, that I'm the friend regardless on how you a friend to me. I'm not going to change who I am. So I allow you to show up, and then you showing me what type of friend you are. And I have to determine, I don't have boundaries with my friendship, but I have to determine whether I want you or do I need you. And that's how we interact with each other. My wife gets mad because I can forgive you and move the hell on, and I will hug you. You would never know that I really can't tolerate you. But in the same sense, I'm like, well, that ain't gonna change who I am. Because if I change who I am, then they won. I still have to show up as a true friend. So if we're going to look at friendship, we have to consider that friendship is a relationship. And just like y'all titles say, do you want to be my friend? If you want to be my friend, then this is what it takes to be my friend. And if you don't want to be it, that's fine. That doesn't mean I have to be mean to you, shut you out, or tell you to get the hell on. I'm going to still be me. And that's it. So go pray for your friends and quit being mean to them. Because she's mean.
Bye.
Y'all really don't know.
My best friend.
Are you done?
Who else in my invoice too?
Oh no, we charging you today.
Okay.
Right.
She could have typed that. She could have voice said it. No, babe, I was joking. And see, where we differ at, because I feel like I don't have to be mean to you, but I don't have to have you in my space either. Like if you call me and you need something, I'm not gonna be like, girl, I ain't giving nothing to you. I wouldn't do that because that's not my nature. But I don't have to hug you. I don't have to be around you. I don't feel like we don't even have to talk all the time. Now, if you call, am I gonna hold a conversation? Yeah, I would, because obviously you meant something to me at some point. But I I don't want you in my space. It will irk me too bad to have you in my space.
And you know what's weird? Like, I thank God that I give off some type of vibe that when a person does something to me, it's like they know, like they don't make a phone call. Like they're not gonna call me. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna, they just might not even approach me in public, you know. So I don't, that doesn't happen to me. People that done did me wrong or bold in the past, they ain't gonna say nothing to me. They ain't finna talk to me. I guess I don't know. And I'm a very sweet person. You know, I ain't mean, but I don't think I'm mean. But some people just, I don't, they won't say nothing to me. So like that whole, I still hug you and I still do that. These people like, they ain't gonna approach me. They're not even finna try that because maybe they don't know what I might do at that point. But I don't have that problem, I guess.
And you know,
Myself.
go ahead.
I don't
Go
feel
ahead.
work if I'm not hugging you. I probably won't even look at you. I feel like I'm gonna say hey because that's what you do when you're in a room. But other than that, I don't even want eye contact with you.
I don't think nobody gonna even come that close. I've never had that happen. If you get cut off in my life, they don't, people don't talk, they don't say nothing. Like it's almost like they know better. Like, I mean, I don't know.
And I just got a drop, right? A download to what Joy was saying, and then add parts of it. Um, how the word I just forget it. I understand the whole let them, almost like the let them drop off part, because if you still be yourself and they don't fit who you are or what you need, they're going to drop off anyway.
Yeah.
So I get that. I get that. That was my download. I just want to I get that. I get that.
Sometimes it takes too long for them to drop off. I
You
feel
said
like
take too long.
yeah, because you'll be like, okay, if I continue to be myself, or if I continue not to pay them no attention, don't answer their phone call, don't respond to their text, they're gonna drop off. They're gonna eventually stop. That's not true. Some people don't get the point.
I don't know. I never experienced that. Like for
I have,
some reason, people get to a point, maybe it's my tone, maybe it's my face, but I thank God that if I'm not rocking with you, then they don't even come back past. But again, that's my prayer to remove people out of my life that are not supposed to be there. So I believe that God hears that and he
Mhm.
cuts them off out of my life and I don't have to deal with it anymore. So therefore, you don't exist. That brings me back to the beginning. But I still pray for people like that. I
Mhm.
pray for their hearts. I pray that whatever it was that they did to me, or that they're healed from it. I pray for things like that because I don't want you to walk around life treating people like that because you might not meet a me. You might meet somebody that's going to take your neck or your head off if you do what you did to me to somebody else. So I
Mhm.
do pray that God have mercy on you and teach you or heal you or whatever it is it got to be, but I ain't got to deal with you.
and see that goes back to teaching. Say for instance, you got this friend and they crossed you wrong, but you just continue to be yourself. When they go to the next person, like you said, they're gonna cut their head off, but you didn't teach them nothing in your friendship. You should have taught them like that ain't what you do. Like
Jesus should have taught them. I prayed about it. That's all I got.
You got the lesson.
I feel like I feel where I not teaching them, not teach them. It's not going back to what I'm saying. It's not going back to teach them be your friend. I get what you're saying. The whole teach them, almost like have that conversation and say,
Oh,
"This is what you did. This is how I feel," and then let that go there because now I'm making it known to you, just in case you don't know. Like Yurda said, take is gonna take. If I don't let you know that I feel like you're always pulling and pulling and pulling and pulling, but you only give this, but then it's pull, and then you might give here. If I don't tell you, then you're not gonna learn. But I feel
Right.
like if I tell you and you still do it, you just don't want to learn.
Right.
But at the same time, most people, and I'm okay, I can't even say most people, I'm just gonna say some people do that, but you the only person that told them that they pulling. They got 10 other people in their lives that's like, oh, she just ain't your friend. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So they're condoning this immature behavior that these people are doing, or this bad friendship, whatever you want to call it. They're condoning this because
Yeah.
you'll have somebody that'll be like, they'll go and, oh, you such a wonderful friend, and you such a great friend, and I you are so wonderful. But there's a piece of shit friend to me. So my definition of what a friend is may not be your definition for a friend. So I can tell you how I feel, but when I did with the first situation I was telling you all about, I said how I feel. I told where my take was, but because they had the other people in their life, like, oh, she just ain't your friend, or she walking around doing the same shit, but she got a team of dummies doing it with her. You know what I'm saying? And so I can teach you, I can tell you, I can talk to you, I can do whatever it is. But if you don't take that and then you go and you meet somebody else and you do the same thing to them and they take your head off, they probably felt the same way that I felt, but their reaction was different. But I mean, what we supposed to do with that? You know what I'm saying, Coco? You like, you didn't tell them, but I did. So, but my way of you really just I just can't rock with you like that because you ain't do me right. Somebody else is, bitch, I'll take your head off because you treated me that way. I did tell you that you was being a bad friend, but you just met Psycho Dan, and now they about to take your head off. That ain't my fault.
Mm-hmm. But I do feel like people will, like a true friend, right? A true friendship, just like a relationship. If you tell your mate this bothers me, and your mate don't consider your feelings in that, and it bothering you, depending on what your love level and where you at, you probably gonna give them the time to see if they're gonna catch on a little bit, depending on who you are. Some people gonna be like, I told you, it's been 2 days, I gotta go, right? But some might say, all right, I told you, and I understand this is how you operated for years, so I'm not gonna tell you how much time. I'm gonna give you the space to do what you got to do.
Right.
But I feel like that. But that's somebody that's committed to it. Friendship the same way. If you're true friends, I feel like you should be able to tell your friend what they did, and they not go silent because they don't know what to do. Because you do know what to do if you want to be around me, and you do know what to do if you don't want me to outgrow you. So I feel like it depends on if they got to be a true friend, because I should be able to tell you what I did to you, and you should
Yeah.
I should be important enough for you to want to adjust it or try to fix it or try to show up differently. But the moment I tell you that you hurt my feelings and it's radio silence, because you don't, whether you don't know what to do or you're scared to whatever, we weren't real friends, because you should be able to know me enough to know that if I put you in my heart, I cannot just pull you out and throw you away. And if I tell you what you did to me, then I'm willing to give you the opportunity to fix it. It's when I don't tell you and I stop talking, then it ain't no fixing. So I feel like it depends on that determines the true friendship. Because if you tell me I can't rock with you, my question should be, what did I do? And then that's gonna lead to if I can fix it, if I can't. And then being honest. If your can I meet your expectations of what your friend is? But be honest. When me and you really, really started, really, really clicking, and I said the only thing I'm hard to deal with is death. I'm used to running. I say that to everybody that I become friends with. That is a hard place for me. For whatever reason, it has always been that way. But I'm gonna tell you, I'm working through it. Right? So, but I'm giving you that warning that if somebody passed in your life and you see me sliding to the back, I'm gonna remind myself what I told you, and I'm gonna hurry up and fix it and figure out what I need to do. But I'm very upfront with what I can and cannot do as a friend,
Right.
or where I will or won't show up as a friend. What I struggle in, I'm gonna tell you.
Okay. So
But and I will look. Go ahead, Coco.
how do you handle? Because you say you're gonna tell your friend when they mess up, but how do you handle the ones that don't take accountability for their actions?
That's when you let them go ahead and fall on the wayside because they're going to. And that's why I said the download was if I start off at $1,000, you got $1,000, but I go out here and I start adding more money to it, and you just sitting here at the 1,000 because you don't want to do nothing. And then I go out here and find something else to get myself to $1 million, and you ain't doing nothing to get up here. We're not gonna be in the same tax bracket. We're not gonna be able to be in a circle. You ain't gonna be able to understand the people I'm hanging around. So
Yeah.
you're going to fall off because one, you're not gonna feel comfortable being around me.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Right? You're not gonna feel comfortable. So I don't even have to do nothing. I don't even have to say I got $1 million. You're gonna be able to see in my walk and what I'm doing, and that I don't have time to play with you. So that's what my download. You are gonna fall off because we're no longer gonna match each other. We're no longer going to reflect each other in that mirror. Whether we started off great, it don't matter. If the reflection ain't matching no more, that mirror has to go.
That goes back to
out here and in the mirror fat. That ain't gonna match.
Everybody can't go to the next level.
Everybody can't go, and everybody can't have your millions.
Nope.
And everybody don't want millions.
They don't. Sorry.
Some people like dollars.
Some people like being broke. Some people like
do.
drama. Some people like the crybaby all over the Facebook so they can get attention. Some people like stuff like that. They like the, oh my God, are you okay? They like the pity party. Some people throw their own pity parties. That ain't me.
I can entertain if I care about you. if your name ain't changed in my phone, you don't get much. But if you have a Ma in front of your name, we laughed about that earlier today. But if you have a Ma in the front of your name, I claimed you, unless you're a mate of somebody that I call Ma. My ism devoted don't count because hers is my favorite ism. So she got a Ma, even though she's a mate, but she was mine first before she got me. But if you don't have a Ma in front of your name, I'm probably not gonna give you as much sympathy. I understand, but if I haven't claimed you in my heart, it ain't gonna matter. But if I claimed you in my heart, it's opportunity. It's opportunity.
I get it.
I have a question.
Now let me check her phone contacts.
No, I have a question.
Yep.
Someone wants to know if you're in a friendship and the person never checks on you, but always talk about their problems and this is their problem, but they never stop to ask if you're okay. What do you do?
I don't know, because that goes back to I have friends. I have a certain friend or a certain couple of friends that do. So it don't bother me when certain people don't check on me. It's in my nature I'm a nurturer. So it's in my nature to check on people and make sure that they okay. And if you don't, it's fine. But if you're my friend, if you're that friend, like my best friend's going to check on me, I don't have to worry about that. There may be somebody else who I love to bits and pieces that don't call and check on me at all. And I might check on them all the time, but I'm okay with that because that's what I do. But that's how my heart is set up. So for me, it don't bother me. You ain't got to call and check on me. The people who need to call and check on me, the people that are in my life for whatever reason God put them in my life for, they check on me and I'm good. So I don't care if somebody else don't check on me, but I'm still gonna check on them. I'm still gonna make sure everybody is okay because that's how my heart is set up. So that's it for me.
Can I check this real quick? You're about to get cussed out in a text message. Ma'am, you did not need a Ma. From the first conversation, we was locked in. Now go on about your business now. Go ahead, y'all. Who want to go next? She get on my nerves.
Go ahead, 24. You've been quiet tonight.
Yes.
I mean, okay, so they may not have to check on me, but it depends on the person, because 9 times out of 10, I'm just gonna tell them what's going on with me. So you're still gonna know. You didn't have to you didn't have to call me to say, hey, Shanta, you know, what's going on with you or whatever. If we get on the phone, like my BFFers, when we get on the phone, she's gonna be like, hey, da 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 da, and I'm like, da 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 da. She didn't specifically ask me what was going on, but we don't talk every day. We might talk like once a week, but when we get on the phone, we doing a full recap of everything that happened. And that's what works for us. So I would say, you know, it depends, because every relationship, friendship, associate, situationship, whatever it is not going to be like the next one. So you do what works within those boundaries with that person.
Okay, so I got 2-part. You're this. We'll talk after this. Thank you. And then, because I'm about to fight her. And then the other one, I think I'm so used to, not just because of the friendships I have now, but I've always felt like I was always, I used to be a hairstylist, so I always felt like hairstylists was therapists. You go there, you get comfortable, you talk about your problems, and you leave there feeling like you could take on the world. It don't matter if you're in the chair or behind a chair. So I'm used to being that person that is able to listen, even if I'm at my brokest point, even if I don't have nothing to give. Now, recently, I have learned that that's not what I'm going to do, because I didn't realize how much that it literally rips stuff from you when you're literally always dumping and dumping and dumping and not ever having a pleasant conversation or a check-in conversation. And I'm telling you, I did not realize that probably until maybe a month ago, maybe. And maybe 2. And that literally is because I was going to counseling. I am in counseling, and my counselor asks those questions that just make you be like, I mean, I ain't think about myself. Like, I ain't think about that. Like, this person needed something, this person might need something. And honestly, it was a escape from being able to have to deal with myself. Because as long as I'm listening to you and helping you or whatever the case may be, I don't have time to focus on myself. I'm solving your stuff. So it was almost like an scapegoat for me to be able to be your shoulder, because I didn't have to tackle me. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
And now I'm tackling me, so I don't have that space to just be a dumping ground. Like, I don't want to hear about something sad every day. I don't.
Or every single time you talk to somebody.
I don't want. I don't want to say friends. I don't want to be. I said it before on podcast. Me and my wife agreed that if we're friends and you write something, your problem, anything on social media, I don't care who you are, mama, sister, kids, whatever. If you write it on there before you call the people that's going to actually cover you in prayer, actually check on you, actually make sure you're fed, whatever you need, I'm not checking on you, because that's me going out of my way to make sure you okay. And obviously you didn't want me to know that you wasn't okay, because you would have called me. But that also all came through me literally being like, all right, work on yourself, because you got less time to try to figure out other people's stuff. Now, if I call, I have my friends I can call. If I call them and I need to come off the ledge, we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna laugh about it, and the next day is a whole new day. Probably the next hour is a whole new hour. I can rock with that every day, because we're not stuck in it. We have our moment. We talking about it because that's what we need too. You need that support, but we ain't doing that all day.
Yeah,
we're not. We're not gonna do that
that's
all day.
Draining. It's draining. It's emotionally and spiritually draining to have somebody constantly dumping. That ain't no damn garbage can. You know what I'm saying? And it took my baby to say, you ain't no garbage can. Every time they call, they got a problem. And it's like, I'm a friend. I'm a good friend, family member, or whatever I am, to a person or whatever. But after you done told me something was wrong, and I done tried to help you figure it out, and we done did this rodeo 4-5 times over, and you still in the same spot, then baby, you need to go on your knees and talk to Jesus, because I done called him on the main line for you, and you're not trying you're not trying to help yourself. If you want to dwell in that, then you're gonna have to do that on your own. That's gonna have to be something that you figure out by yourself. And I'm gonna pray for you every day, but I'm not gonna keep on just trying to help you come out of that hole. And then I noticed that those same people, and this is in a few people that we all know, those same people, once you stop listening, then they on Facebook, because you ain't saying what you ain't saying what they want to hear. I'm not that friend.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna tell you, oh my God, I am so sorry, you're so sad. Oh my God, I'm that friend that's gonna be like, okay, bitch, what you gonna do about it though? Because we've been talking about this for 10 days, and you're not making the steps, or you're not going towards a better outcome, or trying to get to a better point. I'm not gonna just keep swimming in this with you. Like, I'm gonna pray for you. I'm gonna try to give you whatever information I can, whatever prayers I can. But then my pastor said, those type of people, you have to release them. You have to let them figure it out. Like, you gotta let God have it. That ain't your battle. The battle is not mine, it is the Lord's.
Come on, Yolanda. And I feel like, to piggyback off, I feel like some people don't know how. And I said that today to my great friend over there, that my forever sister, so she understands she got a my. But I said that to her today. I feel like some people just get so used to being damaged, and so used to abuse, and so used to being depressed, that they're so lost they don't even know how to climb out of it. Like, if they was it's almost like for an asthma attack. I get so used to when I have a cold, I get so used to not being able to breathe that it doesn't bother me as much. But when I take that inhaler, it's almost like, dang, that's fresh. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get so used to struggling that sometimes when you get that, you rather stick in that struggle and do whatever you need to do. Like, example, in Puerto Rico, I couldn't breathe walking to my gate. And instead of me taking a second and taking that inhaler, I was so used to not being able to breathe that whole trip, that I kept on pushing on daggone well. I could have easily sent myself into a full-blown asthma attack in Puerto Rico, because I wanted to be stubborn and keep on walking and wait till I sit down, versus taking a break, get a moment, get myself together. And I feel like it's because I was used to it. I'm used to having asthma my whole entire life. So I feel like people are like that. They get so used to being in the dark that when they see the light, it's like, no, that's too pretty. I'm gonna stay over here where it's ugly because I'm used to it. I like the weeds. That's
a mindset.
It is.
That's a mindset. You control your thoughts. I think I said this on another one of the podcast shows we were on, but your attitude depends on the ability to choose one thought over another. You have to speak life into yourself. Like, that's a thing. Hey, everybody listening is going, hey, anybody listening is going to problem. That's a thing. Speak life into yourself. You have to talk good to yourself. If you wake up and you be like, oh, I'm going to have a bad day, today going to be a bad day, every single thing that happens from that moment on is a reflection of that. You wake up and step on your kid toy. Fuck, I knew I was going to hurt my foot because you got this toy right here. Then you go in the bathroom and the water get on the floor. Damn it, all the water all over the floor. I knew it was going to be a bad day. I stepped on the toilet. I had a bad night. I had a nightmare, and now everything is bad. But if you wake up and you say, I'm going to have a good day, when you step on a toy, you're going to be like, oh, I'm going to kill that kid later.
Period.
It's going to be a joke. And then when you get the water on the floor, you're going to make a joke. It's going to be like, oh, shit, water all over the floor. My baby going to come upstairs and think I was trying to make a pool out the bathroom. Like, it's going to be a joke. It's all in your mindset. Some people don't have that ability. And I pray for those people, because He not gonna drain me.
And let me tell you how deep, how simple that is. My mother was very superstitious, so she passed down every superstition, and I mean all the way up into a year ago. I used to say if my right eye itching, oh my God, somebody gonna piss me off today, and somebody pissed me off because I already said it. I already manifest that for me for that day, and then one day I literally sit there and I'm like, why do I like? I understand, right? I understand where it come from, but I don't have to claim it. So literally now when my right eye itch, I be like, and I keep on moving. I don't let it come out my mouth. I don't let it be a thought. It's a keep the hell moving because I'm not gonna say it, and I don't want to think, and I don't want it to be in my heart because now I made my day already set because my damn right eye itch. That don't even make sense.
Now you waiting on somebody to do something.
Waiting, and the first person that honk their horn, I'm pissed off. That's
I knew it. I knew somebody was gonna piss me off today. No, you damn it, you took your own damn self off.
Literally.
Right. And like with me, when it comes to certain people, I instantly like you got a couple days to talk to me about what you got going on, but once we get to like day 10 or whatever, I'm not answering my phone no more. Like I don't want to hear. I feel like negativity rolls off, and y'all know how I feel. After I done all I can, I'll do what?
Staying
Yeah.
and cut them off.
That's it. So, like, I don't help you. I don't talk to you. Okay. There ain't nothing else I can do.
But we working on it, Vay, ain't we?
We are, but
I'm so proud of you. I really am.
I'm working on it. I'm getting there.
Cause Vay ain't got no, ain't no. It's the rope like this long. This all you get.
Yeah.
It ain't enough. It ain't enough to hang yourself. It's just enough to just. That's it.
Yeah. I can't play handman over here.
You don't, honey. We know you don't.
Yeah, we're full aware.
Full.
But I love people. But I love them from afar.
Mm-hmm. And what's so crazy, I want to say about you, Coco, your heart is so freaking. You will give your absolute last. You not last, but you will get because you ain't got no last, honey. It's longevity over there, okay? But you will give literally off your back to make sure somebody is okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's why it's being like, no, you gotta go.
Yeah,
your heart is huge. It's definitely huge.
I'm thinking people. I ain't like you, Ren. I honestly think people's heart should be as big as mine, and that's why I go into it like that. I don't be like I don't expect them to have the same heart as me. Yeah, I do. I expect that shit. Like I want to be friends and be around people who are like me.
Yeah.
I think I'm okay with being an example.
I'm gonna follow your lead.
I know, cause she the daggone sweetest, I swear.
Shit, until I'm not. Then they think I'm psycho.
That's a different one. That's Tamika.
That's Tamika.
Yeah.
That ain't Serenity, baby. That's Tamika.
It's not.
Okay.
It's not Ren. It's not Cinnamon either.
No. Pimp
Put it back
strong.
In charge of the girls.
Yeah, Pimp strong. It's a different level. All right, I don't see no more questions. I think Val asked a question, but I think everybody answered it. Because I think hers was would I not hang with somebody that is less of funds? Yeah, because it's not about for me it's not about the money of it. It was just the example of it. If we still have to be, I'm not gonna hang around somebody that don't want to go nowhere. Now back in the day when I didn't know what I wanted to do, I don't know what I want to do. So I'm be like, no, I ain't gonna hang with you. But not what I'm trying to do now. We have to be able to both want. So I don't want it to be the same. But if you know McDonald's ain't working for you, I expect you to go find something else because I don't want to hear about you complaining about McDonald's. Because
every day.
Yeah, I'm not gonna complain. I'm gonna try to figure out what I need to do to get to where my dream is. So if you don't have no real desire or real push to do something, I don't even care if it take forever because girl, this real estate. But I don't even care if it take a long time. You still have to desire it to be more and still be taking some kind of steps. That's what I mean, like as far as like the whole broke thing. I just used the money for example. But we can't be friends if you know you can't pay your bills, but you ain't gonna change nothing. We can't. Cause I ain't paying them and my wife ain't either.
We never.
That's off camera, babe. Off camera. No, you're not, Joy. Our answer is no for the rest of the year. For the youngs. Don't care who you are. Period.
Better ask Jesus.
Ask Jesus or ask the bank. They both open 24/7, some way, shape, or form. Anything else y'all got?
Nope.
I think that about sums it up.
Okay. Anybody else got any questions before we wrap this on up?
No new friends. No new friends. No. Okay.
And see, I've come to the realization that I used to say I don't like people. And I told Joy that the other day, I really do like people. I don't trust people, but I love people. And I realized that because I collect friends. Like I really do. Now, some is associates, but I really do collect friends. But when I had just me, like me, Tara, and Jenny, that's my friends I had for like 25 plus years. I was no new friends, baby. I ain't want to share them. Nope, no new friends. But as I got older, I want the new friend because I feel like it shows. I feel like friendships is like relationships and like having kids. It's a blessing for someone to say that's my friend, because that means they put you in a category that you've done something that makes them feel safe. So I feel like if you don't have no friends, that might be a problem. And if you don't have no new friends, it's either you have a trust issue, which still is a problem, but at least it's something you can work on. But I feel like everybody should have new friends because you go through different circles of life. Like you go through, different stuff. Like if I was to move to Australia, I wouldn't. But if I was to move to Australia, I'm going to meet new friends there. And I'm probably going to find somebody that I'm going to become very, very close with because it's a different place. So I feel like everybody should be able to have the word friends. And it should not always be the same ones you've had your whole life or you never add any.
Mm-hmm. Reason, season, or a lifetime. But I think that them people that don't have no friends, ain't nobody ever been there for them, and nobody never in their whole life, their life just been terrible in there. But you might need to pull the mirror out because why don't nobody mess with you?
Or why they don't stay around?
That's a red flag for me. Mm-hmm. You meet me and you be, I just don't have nobody. I don't have nobody ever mess with me. Everybody don't like me. Everybody this. Now I'm trying to, what is it? It got to be something. Because anybody I meet love me. Mm-hmm. And if they don't, it's probably one of them people that be like, I ain't got nobody because there's something wrong with them. And it took my best friend to tell me that. If they don't like you, it's something wrong with them.
Has to be. Because you're one of the most loving people I ever met. And that's dead ass.
That's true.
Dead ass. I ain't mean nobody that be just as loving as you. I mean, I remember telling you I write the letter to cuss the people out for you. I remember. And I was dead ass, and I still would do it. So just for y'all to know, anybody, family, friends, I don't care. But I was dead ass because you just be like, no, it's okay. And I know that when you got to the point, you would. But for me, it was like, you're just taking too long.
I sound like a Cap twin over here.
You taking too long. Cuss them out so I can feel better. Not you, so I can feel better.
You gotta,
because right now you about to have me in prison.
Yeah, you gotta cuss them out.
You do, but I like I said, I know Tamika will come out. I do know that for a fact. It just be taking like 30 years. Not now. It's about 25, so it's 5 off. But no, and you was my friend. I don't care. I ain't care if it was your closest. I ain't care. I ain't care who it was. If she called and somebody hurt her feelings, baby, do you want me to write this letter? I will send it. I promise you I will. I'll write it up and you can review it and make sure it's all grammatically right. And then we can send it. Dead ass. And I did have to learn. Everybody
has real life situations that has happened. Just
like dead ass.
Not a reenactment.
Serious. Like
not a reenactment.
You don't stress as much when you cuss people out.
You don't.
I don't
You
stress
don't.
about. I mean, I did at one point, but now I don't stress about it if I don't cuss you out. That's on you, because I'm a beautiful person. So if you mess over me, then you know that's a conversation you and Jesus got to have, because I ain't got nothing to do with that.
Go there, Joy.
He gonna get you way worse than I can.
And he is, and the guilt gonna get you is gonna get you way worse than what I could ever do. Because if I'm not in your presence,
You gonna feel it,
baby.
Yep.
You gonna feel it.
Especially as a friend, baby, you gonna feel it. Because you ain't gonna never meet somebody that's gonna stop, drop, and roll for you like I will for a friend, baby, or somebody I love, period. And when I stop dropping and rolling and I'm just swinging, you'll never, ever. Okay. If you're on fire, baby, you better.
You better stop dropping roll.
I won't be stopping dropping
not.
and rolling nothing at all. And not in a mean way. If you need me, I'm gonna be there. But I'm not gonna go out. I'm not gonna go out my way. I'm not.
Yep. Jesus said, with the overflow, you're supposed to bless the other people.
You know what?
Well, I mean, there's a whole lot of Southern bells on here, so Joy.
They know what's up.
They do. But yeah. All right, if we don't have nothing else, then I guess we can. Yeah, we can give our closing remarks. Do the benediction, as Joy said.
Yeah. Thank you guys for tuning in tonight. I want to thank Ren, Tamika, and Shanta24 for joining us tonight. Don't forget to comment, like, share, subscribe, and hit that bell so you can get the notification for next Thursday. What about you, sis?
I'm gonna let. Do y'all have anything y'all want to say? 24 and Ren before. Y'all.
No, just thank you for having me.
Okay, I was ready to say that, Joy. All hearts and minds.
Regular at this point.
Okay.
Thanks for having me.
My closing remark would be: if you have someone that is a true friend, be careful with them, because friendship is a very rare thing in 2024. Nobody wants to be accountable. Everybody pretty much got trust issues, or have been burnt. So if you find that person that was able to get through those things and still love you and support you and stand on business when it comes to you, you're gonna have to make sure you treat them right, because it's gonna be your bad at the end of the day. That's all I got.
Therapy is a good thing,
and therapy is a great thing if you do the work.
Right. I agree.
All right. Thank y'all. Good night. Next week, I believe we are back with part 2 of Blending Families. So I'm letting Ren and Cultivate know now. And yeah, love y'all. Bye.